Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking on LeetCode 118 Pascal's Triangle. This is as part of my raw and authentic LeetCode walkthroughs playlist, and I haven't done this problem before. I have no submissions, so let's get into this. So this is an easy problem. Given an integer num rows, return the first num rows of Pascal's triangle. In Pascal's triangle, okay, I'm pretty familiar with this. Each number is a sum of the two numbers directly above it as shown. So here, like, in case you're not familiar, like, I mean, this kind of shows it pretty well, is like the two numbers that are diagonally, like, above it, like, add up to that value, and then that goes on and on. So for this case, this would be, num rows would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 5. And that's an example right there. Okay. Let's think about this. So I think, okay, something that's a little interesting here is like, if I come to like say the 3 here or like the 2 here, I can pick these two values and add them. But the moment I scoot over and I try it, I'm gonna get like an index out of range error. So that's a problem. So it would be cool if I could have kind of the triangle already built. I just have to maybe like update some values. Let me think about this. Okay. Okay, so I guess we could start by saying, okay, so we need a result, right? Result is this. And then what we could do is we could say, okay, let's like, what I'm trying to say is, for instance, like if numbers is 5, if I could start by just having all of these values be 1s, that this be a 1, 1, 1, and then go through and I could be like, oh, multiply this number by these two, multiply this number by these two, and if like the index is 0 in that row, or it's equal to like, I guess like the row number, right? So for instance, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's equal to 4, which is 5, which is num rows minus 1, then just like don't do anything. And then here do the same thing where it's like the fourth row at index 3, just don't do anything, and at index 0 don't do anything. But otherwise you're going to multiply it by the sum of these two values. Okay, let's think about this. So let's see, so for I, and how am I going to do this real quick? Num rows. Let's have a row. This is going to be a row. It's going to be based off I. It's going to be, so it's going to be a 1. How many 1s do we want? I, not I, because it should be I plus 1, because I is going to start at 0. So it should be I plus 1. And then result dot append row. Okay, I'm just going to return result just to see if this works properly, because this can, if I don't get this right, then this could be a problem. So let's see. Okay, 1, all 1s. Beautiful. Okay, and then this should just be 1. That's the correct answer, actually. So, okay, beautiful. Nice. So now what I want to think about is, okay, now let's iterate through these values. If equals to 0 and 1. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, okay, let's like do a for I in range, you know, num rows, and we'll say, okay, if it equals to 0, don't do anything. If it equals to 1, just continue. If it equals, and then anything after that, then you want to do some stuff. So you'd say for j in the range, I guess 1 to I, right? In this case, I would be 0, 1, 2. So I would be 2, yeah. So it would just be this value. Okay, for j in range 1 and I, then just multiply that value by these two, this part should be pretty easy. You just do like, oh, I minus 1 will bring me up here, and then this should be, this is I minus 1 j, and then this is I minus 1 j minus 1. Pretty sure. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. So I'll say for I in range num rows, num rows, we can say, okay, we'll say for j in range. So like, let's say I here is going to be 4, right? So here it's going to be 4. So like what we want to do is we want j in range 1 to I, because that would give us 0, so it would start at 1, 2, 3, and it wouldn't include 4. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Then you want to say, okay, so num, wait, let me think about this for a moment. So we want to just update these values, right? So we have result. Let's think about, okay, wait, I wanted to say if I equals to 0 or I equals to 1, we just continue. We just pass over that iteration and we go to the next. Otherwise, oops. Well, I guess, okay, oh wait, we're low-key, like, we're kind of duplicating code. You know what, I'm just gonna solve it how I want to, and then we can worry about making it look cleaner later. But I mean, I guess realistically, I could just completely get rid of this, because it's all in the same. Right, yeah, because every row only depends on the rows above it, which have already been created by here. So, and it doesn't depend on anything below it, so that should be okay. So if we say, okay, result I is the row, beautiful, j, ij, we'll say times, well, I guess you don't have to say times equal, we could just say equals, result, we have I minus 1, and then we have j plus result I minus 1, and then we also have j minus 1, which is going to be, so for instance, like here, 2, this is going to be, so 2 is this, right? Right, and then 1 here is going to be this, because they have the same index, right? 0, 1, 0, 1, and then this j minus 1 is going to be 1 less index, so it's going to be that. So this makes sense to me. Shall we just try to return now? Let's see if this works. And then maybe we can make it look nicer after, but let's see if this works or if we get some sort of index problem. Oh my goodness, wow, awesome. I mean, yeah, the logic checks out, but okay, let's think if we can make this perhaps look a little nicer. Okay, I know I can fully get rid of this. I mean, well, does this still run? Okay, I guess this is okay then, because I need the I to make this proper, and then we just skip over 0 and 1, and yeah, okay, this hopefully should, I feel like this makes sense. I don't really, alright. Okay, let's try submitting that. Let's see how that looks. Beautiful, nice. So the runtime is good and the memory is like pretty good, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys learned something. If you guys think there's a better way to solve this, I feel like maybe, I don't know, I feel like there's probably some way that I could optimize this a little better. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. That's just by looking at it. But yeah, if you guys think there's a better way to solve this, please let me know down in the comments below. But that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.